Stop dismissing your dreams. What if your subconscious is actually the voice of Jesus? We're revealing 7 powerful dreams that are not random. They are biblical signs you have been chosen for a huge mission. Your destiny is calling. Watch now. Have you ever woken from a dream only to find the images lingering, not as random noise, but as a clear, resonant message that feels utterly real? We often dismiss our dreams as psychological processing, just the subconscious mind taking out the trash. But what if your dreams are a language, a direct, ancient, and powerful form of communication from the Creator? Throughout the Bible, dreams were not a side note. They were God's primary communication tool to call, warn, and equip those he had chosen for great missions. From the patriarch Jacob to the apostle Paul, those who changed the world were often those who paid attention to what happened when they slept. These were not generic dreams about winning the lottery or missing an exam. These were vivid, powerful prophetic blueprints. Today we are going deep into the scriptures to unlock 7 powerful dream archetypes that, when experienced, serve as a clear, unmistakable sign that Jesus has chosen you for a specific high-stakes purpose. These are not dreams for generic interpretation. They are mission statements, delivered while your defenses are down. If you have experienced one of these 7 powerful imagery patterns, you may be missing the most profound invitation of your life, an invitation to a destiny that only the chosen can fulfill. We are going to move past vague symbolism and look at concrete, recurring biblical images that demand action, confirm calling, and often save lives. Before we begin, a necessary warning. Disclaimer: this video is for biblical pattern recognition and spiritual reflection only. If you are experiencing sleep disorders or severe psychological distress, please consult a licensed medical professional immediately. This discussion focuses on prophetic dreams as defined and documented in the Holy Scriptures, not common dream interpretation. We start with the most profound dream of all, the one that confirms a broken relationship has been restored and a chosen purpose has been reaffirmed after deep spiritual failure. It is the dream that promises restoration when you feel utterly alone. Dream 1. Seeing a ladder or ascent. The first powerful dream that signifies you have been chosen is the dream of the ladder or ascent. The biblical prototype for this dream belongs to Jacob, the patriarch who was at the time of the dream a fugitive running for his life from his angry brother Esau. He was spiritually and physically isolated, sleeping on the cold ground with a stone for a pillow. He felt abandoned, unworthy, and forgotten. In that state of utter despair, he dreamed there was a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and there the angels of Jesus were ascending and descending on it. Genesis 28:12. The meaning of the chosen. Re-establishment of the covenant. The ladder was not for Jacob to climb. The ladder was not for Jacob to climb. It was a visible sign that the path between heaven and earth was open. After Jacob's deceitful actions, Jesus was communicating, "Your unworthiness did not cancel my commitment. The covenant is still active, and you are still chosen." 2. Angelic activity. The ascending and descending angels signify divine movement and protection over your life. This dream is a powerful sign that your life, even in failure, is still a strategic battlefield, and Jesus has mobilized resources for your mission. 3. The promise of place. Jesus spoke from the top of the ladder, promising Jacob the land, descendants, and the assurance, "I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go." If you experience a dream featuring a clear path, a staircase or a ladder leading to light, especially during a period of deep doubt, fear, or spiritual isolation, it is a powerful sign. It is Jesus bypassing your performance and your guilt to declare, I have not forgotten the promise I made over your life. You are chosen, and the connection is restored. This dream is the ultimate comfort for the chosen individual. It confirms that the covenant God's promise is more powerful than the counsel, your human failure. You are not defined by the stone pillow you are sleeping on, but by the open connection to heaven above you. The response to this dream, as modeled by Jacob, must be worship and vow to dedicate your restored life to the covenant. Dream 2, the command to flee. The second powerful dream that signals you have been chosen is the command to flee, or the journey dream. This dream is rarely about personal comfort. It is about protecting a divine mission or seed that Jesus has entrusted to your care. The most famous example belongs to Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus. Twice, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream with explicit instructions to change his location. First dream, Matthew 1:20-21. The angel commanded him not to divorce Mary, confirming the divine birth, a command to stay and protect the seed. Second dream, Matthew 2:13. The angel commanded him, rise, take the young child and his mother, and flee to Egypt, and stay there until I bring you word. This was a direct, life-saving command to change location. The meaning of the chosen: divine surveillance. This dream proves that Jesus is actively supervising your environment. You are not moving through life randomly. You are being watched and protected from dangers that you cannot perceive. The threat, King Herod's massacre, was invisible to Joseph until the dream made it manifest. Q. Assignment over safety. The dream to flee requires radical obedience and immediate action. It is the ultimate test. Are you willing to abandon comfort, routine, and stability based on a command received in the night? If you receive a dream that commands a sudden, non-negotiable change in location, a move, a job change, or a removal from a specific situation, it is a sign that Jesus has chosen you as the guardian of a vital purpose. 3. The chosen are often exiles. If you are chosen, your life is often strategic, meaning you must be willing to become a temporary exile, like Joseph in Egypt, to safeguard the calling. The dream prepares you for separation and temporary hardship for the sake of the greater mission. This dream is a powerful affirmation that you are chosen to protect something. It could be a spiritual truth, a specific community, or even an unborn calling within your own life. The dream to flee signifies that your personal well-being is secondary to the safety of the assignment Jesus has given you. The immediate response must be obedience, as Joseph immediately packed his family and fled in the dark. Dream 3. Seeing a prophetic figure. The third powerful dream that signals your calling is the direct appearance of a prophetic figure or angel. This is one of the most personal and direct forms of divine communication, bypassing symbolism entirely to deliver a clear message of appointment, clarification, or a sacred promise. Again, the most powerful New Testament example is the dream given to Joseph. Matthew 1. The angel appeared not in code or abstract symbolism, but as a voice giving a name and a destiny. Joseph, son of David, do not fear to take Mary as your wife, for that which is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. The meaning of the chosen. 1. Appointment and validation. When a prophetic figure appears and speaks your name, it is a sign that your actions are being scrutinized and sanctioned by heaven. It is a direct endorsement that eliminates doubt. The appearance of the angel tells you your role is confirmed. The purpose is real. You are chosen for this. 2. Clarification of the impossible. This dream often happens when the external circumstances are contradictory and confusing, e.g. Joseph was ready to quietly divorce Mary. The angelic figure steps in to clarify the divine truth over the painful human reality. If you are struggling with a decision that seems impossible or morally ambiguous, and you receive a clear, authoritative message in a dream, it is Jesus choosing to validate your path. 3. Impartation of destiny. The angel often delivers a promise of destiny or a name, like the name Jesus. This is a deep affirmation that you have been chosen not just for a task, but to carry a sacred identity or deliver a specific outcome. This type of dream confirms that you are not operating on human strength or logic. You are operating under a divine mandate. The directness of the communication is a sign of great trust and great responsibility. It means Jesus has chosen to bypass the usual channels of counsel and speak to you directly. The response to this dream must be absolute trust, as the message often commands you to do the very thing that the world considers illogical or impossible. Dream 4. Seeing a great meal or feast. The fourth powerful dream archetype, the dream of the great meal or feast, signifies that you have been chosen to break down established religious or social barriers and expand the kingdom of God beyond your comfort zone. The foundational example comes from the Apostle Peter, who, as a devout Jew, adhered strictly to the Old Testament dietary laws. While staying in Joppa, Peter fell into a trance and saw a vision, which the Bible often treats synonymously with a powerful dream. He saw heaven opened and something like a large sheet being let down to earth by its four corners. It contained all kinds of four-footed animals, as well as reptiles and birds. Then a voice told him, "Get up, Peter, kill and eat." Acts 10:11-13. Peter refused, declaring the animals unclean, but the voice repeated, "Do not call anything impure that Jesus has made clean." The meaning of the chosen, breaking impurity. This dream is a divine decree to cleanse your preconceived notions of who is chosen or who is worthy of the gospel. For Peter, it was about Gentiles. For you, it might be about a certain social class, race, political affiliation, or religious group you have subconsciously deemed unclean or outside your mission field. 2. Expanding territory. This vision immediately preceded the pivotal moment when Peter was called to preach the gospel to Cornelius, a Roman Gentile. The dream was not about food, it was about people. It was about people. If you have this dream, Jesus has chosen you to cross boundaries and bring a comprehensive, inclusive message to people you previously avoided. 3. The Feast of the End Times. A dream of a great feast is also a prophetic pointer to the marriage supper of the Lamb. It signifies that your current mission is preparing the way for the ultimate gathering of all people, a sign that your work is foundational to God's final purpose. The dream of the feast is a sign that Jesus has chosen you to be a bridge builder and a barrier breaker. It requires you to lay down your religious comfort, your traditions, and your biases, and embrace the fullness of God's redemptive plan for all humanity. Your response to this dream, like Peter's, must be to go where you are uncomfortable and eat with those you were taught to avoid. Dream 5. The Architectural Vision. The fifth powerful dream is the architectural or structural vision. This type of dream signifies that you have been chosen by Jesus to establish, organize, and build something lasting, be it a church, a ministry, a non-profit organization, or a highly structured community. While David planned the temple, the specific wisdom and blueprint were given to his son. The construction of the temple was an act of precise divine instruction. Similarly, the prophet Ezekiel received intricate, detailed visions of a future temple, complete with dimensions, gates, and chambers. The meaning of the chosen. Impartation of divine wisdom. The architectural dream is a sign that Jesus has entrusted you with wisdom, strategy, and organizational insight far beyond your natural ability. You are called to be a strategic thinker, a planner, and a builder of structure. You are chosen to create order where there is chaos. Todu. Focus on detail. The details in these dreams, dimensions, materials, processes are critical. If you wake up with an overwhelming sense of precision about a project, how a group should be organized, how a financial system should be structured, or the exact steps for launching a mission, it is not merely an idea, it is a divine blueprint for a kingdom endeavor. 3. Establishment of dwelling place. Ultimately, these visions are about creating a sanctuary or dwelling place for the presence of God. If you have this dream, Jesus has chosen you to create a spiritual, physical, or organizational environment where others can safely encounter the divine. The architectural vision confirms that you are a strategic steward. You are not chosen to be the spiritual artist, but the spiritual engineer. Your response must be characterized by meticulous obedience to the details, understanding that the structural integrity of the entire vision depends on the faith with which you execute the blueprint given in the night. This is the dream of the founding fathers and apostolic organizers. Dream 6. Seeing great beasts or warring kingdoms. The sixth powerful dream, the vision of great beasts, statues, or warring kingdoms, is the clearest sign that Jesus has chosen you to be a prophetic watchman, an interpreter of world events and spiritual warfare. The classic example is found in the prophecies of Daniel, and he received profoundly complex visions of a huge statue made of different metals and 4 great beasts rising out of the sea. These were not random monsters. They were symbolic representations of world empires: Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome. The meaning of the chosen. Yes. To divine intelligence. This dream is a sign that Jesus has granted you supernatural insight into the flow of history and spiritual conflict. You are chosen to see the forces operating behind the visible political and social structures of the world. 2. Call to intercession. The complexity and darkness of these visions are always designed to spur deep intercessory prayer. Daniel's response was always profound fasting and prayer. If you receive a dream that shows global chaos, future distress, or clear spiritual aggression, you are chosen to stand in the gap and pray for the timing and mercy of God. 3. Understanding the end times. These dreams confirm that you are chosen to understand and articulate the signs of the times. You have a mandate to warn, to prepare, and to comfort the church with the knowledge of God's sovereignty over world events. The vision of warring kingdoms confirms that you are a prophetic sentinel. You are chosen to see the invisible war and communicate God's ultimate triumph. Your response must be characterized by humility, acknowledging the need for divine interpretation, courage, speaking unpopular truths, and constant vigilance in prayer. Dream 7. The confirmation of the seed. The seventh and final powerful dream is the confirmation of the seed, harvest, or resources. This dream signifies that Jesus has chosen you for a high-level leadership and stewardship role, often concerning the management of people, wealth, or resources for an appointed season. The prototype is found in the dreams of Pharaoh, the 7 fat and 7 lean cows' heads of grain, and the earlier dreams of Joseph, the sheaves of grain and the sun, moon and stars bowing to him. The meaning of the chosen. Stewardship of the future. The famine harvest dream confirms that Jesus has chosen you to prepare for the future. You are given foresight into cycles of abundance and scarcity. Your calling is to be a leader who secures the collective well-being, like Joseph saving Egypt and his family. 2. Leadership mandate. Joseph's dream of the sheaves bowing to him confirmed his destiny of authority and administrative leadership. If you have a dream where people, structures, or natural elements are submitting to you, it is an uncomfortable but clear sign that Jesus is appointing you to a position of influence and responsibility. 3. Resource management. These dreams are often a call to radical integrity in handling resources, because the future of many depends on your faithfulness in the present. The dream confirms that you are chosen to be a trustworthy manager of both material wealth and spiritual gifts. The confirmation of the seed confirms that you are a chosen steward. You are called to lead, manage, and distribute. Your response must be characterized by integrity, strategic planning, and selflessness, recognizing that the resources are entrusted to you, not for your personal gain, but for the life and sustenance of the people Jesus cares for. Conclusion: the choice. The choice. We have traversed the scriptures and unlocked 7 powerful dream archetypes that serve as unmistakable signs that Jesus has chosen you for a purpose far greater than your everyday life. 1. The ladder, restoration of broken communion. 2. The command to flee, protection of a divine mission. 3. The prophetic figure, direct appointment and validation. 4. The great meal, breaking boundaries and expanding the mission. 5. The architectural vision, calling to build and organize divine structure. 6. The warring kingdoms, interpretation of the times and intercession. 7. The confirmation of the seed, leadership and stewardship of resources. The fundamental truth is this: a prophetic dream is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of the assignment. The dream itself doesn't make you chosen. It reveals that you already are chosen and now must choose to obey. Every one of these biblical figures, Joseph, Jacob, Peter, Daniel, had to wake up and perform the illogical, often difficult task commanded in their sleep. Your challenge is simple, yet radical. Do not dismiss the vivid messages of the night. If you recognize a pattern in your dreams, it is time to seek godly counsel, pray for clarity, and prepare to step into the role that the Creator has already reserved for you. Your destiny is calling. Will you wake up and answer?